because I feel the class was above my limit. The task was above my limit, and therefore I used to feel that, ah, how did it finish? Krishna did it. How? He gave me ideas. He gave me instant ideas. He guided me. And when one door closed, I saw the other doors that were open. And I would walk through that and I would finish even while doing my task. Like, for example, I was telling you that some things from our old house, we have house one in Puttur and one here. So, from our old house, something I felt there is a need because we have started doing satsangs at our home. So some things when I bring, I could see so many things. So it was like so much of a reorganizing. What I didn't want from here had to go there. What we wanted, we had to get here. Something like that. And when I was reorganizing, I felt now we have a lot of clothes. A lot of clothes, and in this house, there are no sofas, there are no cots, there are wooden benches. And we used to sit on wooden benches, and we have nice tables and nice chairs for study purpose. And on the wooden benches, there were no cushions. So what I did, I shopped for some bath towels and all these old saris. I neatly folded it according to the shape of the furniture and wrapped with those bath towels and made it the cushion. Now I had a choice. They were too old. I felt it's not worthy of giving to someone, but not worthy of throwing. So Krishna guided me to make some cushions so that people who will now come will have some cushions on the benches to sit. You see, like I just giving an example, like this, every single thing in our home, in every single activity, in every single planning of a program, we just see what can be done now in this situation. Now I have so much of clothes and they're not fit to donate. And so what do I do with this? So you see, then Krishna guides. Okay, you do like this. So I have now some tables, some shelves have come from that house. Now what do? I put it under my existing storeroom racks, and I kept the extra things that needed to go there. Something like that. Every single thing. Which when we bring everything together, just try to pull out the kitchen and all the other rooms items to reorganize, and then you will not know from where to start. And then what do? Then we pray to Krishna. When we don't know what to do, we pray to Krishna. When we pray to Krishna, then he says, see, this one you know where to keep. And you need to cook now. So these things which need to go to kitchen, let's keep it fast. Let's cook something. Let's offer to Krishna. Let's feed the family and then continue reorganizing. And then when we reorganize, oh no, so many things, mountain of things. What do I do with this? And then Krishna, please help me. And then Krishna says, these things you know where it should go. Keep them first. So first things first. Whatever Krishna gives guidance, dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayantite. Krishna says to my devotees who are living for my sake, who made a connection with me, and who see my hand in every activity, who see my hand in their failures, and they love it just because I sanctioned it. And in the failures, they see scope for growth. For such people who see me in every way, for them, dadami buddhi yogam tam. I give them intelligence, yenamam upayantite, with which they will come to me. So going to Krishna, back to Godhead, that is anywhere there, but he even guides us to how to finish off our task so that I make my time for my chanting, my reading, my other services. Like this, Krishna gives us guidance when we don't know what to do. So as and when Krishna gives guidance, where to keep this, what to do with this, where to keep this, how to manage this, now there is no time left, how do I wind up? For everything I ask Krishna. Krishna is not like my next door neighbor, but like someone who is with me all the time. all the time. So all the time, anything I want, I ask Krishna, and I speak to Krishna, discuss with Krishna my plans. Though I don't hear him say anything, but some idea comes up, and I give credit to Krishna for that idea, and I follow and I put it in. I do what guidance I get in my heart, what ideas I get in my heart, and then things finish. Like, oh, so many days marathon finished, just finished organizing the house. Now last few things that has to go to the altar are left. Like, I washed the curtains, now they have to go back, and I have to put the photos back on the altar. Everything else is done. Now for this, who is responsible? Krishna. But how we can make this connection with Krishna? For this, we have to associate with devotees who have connection with Krishna. It is contagious. So you must hear about those devotees who had connection with Krishna. We have to hear from the current devotees who have connection with Krishna. Prabhupada had connection with Krishna. Our spiritual masters have connection with Krishna. Hear from them, not just hearing, remember and apply it in your life. And how did I develop my connection with Krishna in a very strong way? Well, my connection started with Krishna from the age of 6. Because my father had told me that we have to see Krishna as either as a master or a friend or as a lover or as a father, whatever I like. My father told me like that when I was small child, and from then I made Krishna as my own person, with whom I would communicate, and I thought I would like to have him as my husband uh, or boyfriend or something like that. So from the age of 6 till I married, and after some time, even after marriage, I would see him as my boyfriend, because I didn't know the philosophy of Krishna consciousness until I started learning Bhakti Shastri, until I started hearing from devotees in a full-fledged manner. I was not into Krishna consciousness in my childhood. I was just hearing satsangs, whoever would come, whoever, Ramakrishna Mission or some Bhakti Yogi, whoever comes, I would hear Krishna Katha. And I made connection with Krishna. That's it. And nothing more than that. But after marriage, when my daughter was 2, I started learning Krishna conscious philosophy, because I was no more in India. I was in Dubai with my husband, and there we had no other missions, only ISKCON was accessible to me. And so, what was the first thing that was told to me? Yes, of course, I had ISKCON also from the time I became a teenager, 19-year-old. My father took me to Mayapur. That's where I learned to chant the holy names. But I didn't know holy names are Krishna himself, Radharani herself. I didn't know. I didn't know holy name chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I didn't know this meant, Oh Mother Radharani, Oh Krishna, please engage me in your seva. This definition I didn't know. So I was just chanting from the age of 19, but totally inattentively. But after my marriage, when I heard from the devotees that chanting is Krishna in person, Radharani in person, coming, coming where? See, when we chant from the tongue, chant Hare. The word Hare generates on the tongue. So Hare is equal to Radharani. So Radharani is on my tongue. Krishna is equal to Krishna. And from where it generates? On my tongue. So Krishna is on my tongue. Radharani on my tongue. So what happens when you chant from the tongue is the tongue does not stay stable. It goes up and down. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The tongue turns, the tongue goes down and up. So the Lord Radharani and Krishna are going up and down and up and down and dancing on our tongue. So this is what I understood. I was sitting in the class. The minute they said Hare Krishna is equal to Radha and Krishna, the word is equal to the form. And then when I was hearing in the class, I was thinking, my God, that means the Lord is coming on my juta tongue, on my dirty tongue. And then when my tongue goes up and down, what happens to them then? They are dancing. And then little later, the speaker said, so the holy names, the Lords are dancing on our tongue. So we must be paying attention. I said, that's what I thought. So then we should pay attention. So from then I started paying attention because I was trained by my parents that when guests come, we have to give them quality time and we have to speak to them, make them feel welcomed. Atiti Devo Bhava, my grandfather had taught me, who taught me Ramayana, Mahabharata. From the age of 3, he made me get it by heart. Today he tells story, tomorrow he asks me and I tell him what he told, and he'll be satisfied. Then only the katha will go forward. So this was how I was brought up, and this was how I tried to bring up my daughter. This time I had no grandfather to teach her in Dubai, so I brought Ramayana Mahabharata series and I would play it for her. I didn't want to watch her to watch anything else. I wanted her to watch only Ramayana and Mahabharata because that's what I heard in childhood, and that's what made me become a real character person, a lady of character. Now, I wanted my daughter to be also a girl of character, chastity, dutifulness, connection with Krishna. I wanted her to have all that. And that's why I made her hear all those things. And whatever I learned from Bhagavad Gita classes, that is Bhakti Shastri classes, I would teach her a little every day, every time I go to class. And as she grew up, I started explaining a little more. And then she started, when she could understand English very well, she started paying attention and understanding. And she started observing me, how much I am following. And she was also wanting to follow. My dear friends, she was wanting to follow, but she was not able to follow to the extent I was able to follow because she had her difficulties. She would easily take stress. Anything is like, oh, is this told in Shastra? Then I have to do it. I have to do it. Why I'm not able to do it? Why I'm not able to do it? That's enough to cause stress for her. I would say, to the extent you can do, you do. You are doing it. Why I'm not able to do it? She'll compare. So, like this, I had to guide her personally. So, whenever she would come with worries, I would sit with her and I would see the positives in her, appreciate her, first of all, for thinking of improving. And then I would try to figure out prayerfully what kind of thinking is wrong with her, and I would point out and say, you should not think this way, you should see it this way. And this will ease your tension, this will ease your stress. So, this is how I was helping her. And because I was a happy person, she wanted to be happy. She would come to me for every single problem. And every time she came, she went back with a smile and a happy heart and with the hope that she will now try things and then again come back when she fails. So, my dear friends, how much now? What's the time now, Bhakti? 6:52. Okay, I have last 8 minutes left. Okay. So, to sum up now with all this experience, what is the lesson? The lesson is children follow what we do, provided we are seen as happy people. And happy is the one who connects to Krishna. So, point number one, children do what we do, not what we ask them to do. And point number two is children. So today I have tried to cover the childhood. In case if your child is very small, these things will help. But if your child is a teenager, and is already having difficulties with social media, phone, etc., then your child dealing is going to be a little different, which I will share with you in the next class. But now I will just give you some ideas before I conclude, even for that. So that you don't feel disappointed because we didn't touch upon the topic. But my dear friends, this is the foundation. If you want to deal with that, this is the foundation. What is the foundation? We as parents have to make our connection with Krishna very strong, and that starts with chanting of the holy names, by paying attention to hearing of the holy name, understanding the Lord has come on my tongue and dancing on my tongue. I should at least be with him by hearing his names. You just do this for this 1 week, and next class you will tell me there is so much of a difference in yourself. There has to be difference in ourselves, then that will be noticed by children. Children will catch it. Some things cannot be taught, it has to be caught by the children by observing us, my dear friends, for which we have to make our connection with Krishna very strong by chanting attentively. Okay, chanting makes a connection, but how to make it strong? You should hear every single Mahamantra. The more you hear the Mahamantra, the more your connection becomes stronger. How? Because when you are hearing, now you are hearing about whatever I was speaking. Now, where was your mind? Was it in the stressful topics? No. Was it in the social media topics that distract you daily? No. Then where was your mind? It was with Krishna. Because it was with Krishna and Krishna's devotee and Krishna's devotees topics, whatever is being discussed, you are now experiencing less stress coming from the social media, from the outside world. Less stress. Why? Because the mind is now with the right thing. That is, soul is with the super soul. Soul is with Bhagavan Krishna, which means when we are with Krishna, there is no Maya. Stress is coming from Maya. That stress cannot be there when you are with Krishna. That's why we say hearing Krishna Katha or chanting the holy names is very purifying. Purifying what? Purifying from all our other disturbances in the mind. Purifying means those disturbances take back seat, and Krishna takes front seat, and he occupies all the space. So Krishna consciousness, remembering Krishna, should be done not as a part-time business but as all-time business. Because if Krishna is our all-time business, for our children, Krishna will at least become part-time business. But if Krishna for us is a part-time business, like if we say that this is my office time and this is my Krishna conscious time, then Krishna is part time. Then children see that, and children keep a bigger margin for their sense gratification time, and then they will have no time for Krishna. For when Krishna becomes part time for us, Krishna, they have no time. They have no time for Krishna in their life. So because they just follow what we do to the 10%, that too if they want to follow, they will follow us only if we are very happy. We will be very happy if we are chanting the holy names and attentively hearing. How that makes us happy? You chant and see, you will know. Chant by saying, I in the holy name retreat when I go in Govardhan, how I chant? For every Mahamantra, because we have all the time to chant, for every Mahamantra, I imagine that I am bowing down. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. You try like that. If you have not got any great feeling by chanting, whether you're a child or whether you're a parent, you chant doing namaskaras to every Mahamantra. It will be slow. do it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, hearing mantra and doing namaskar in your mind. Just you in your mind, you think you are doing namaskara, paying obeisances, you think like that. Then you will feel so good, you will feel so relaxed, you will feel so. If you are doing it all the time, I was chanting all the time. While cooking, I'll be chanting. While going to school, I'll be chanting. While coming back from school, I'll be chanting. Only time when don't chant is when I was teaching my students as a teacher in my daughter's school. So, my dear friends, so if we are always chanting, then our mind is always out of other negative disturbances. So, even while going for work, we are not separating Krishna, we are merging Krishna. Even if you are driving, if my husband was driving, sitting next to him, I used to be chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Or if I'm not chanting, I'll be sleeping. One of the two things. Sleeping also does not create stress, it releases stress. Chanting also releases stress. It generates alpha waves in the brain, which calms down, says medical science. So, chanting heals, chanting calms down. So, where is stress? Where is stress if you're chanting all the time? Only when you're doing your job, you don't have to chant because you are not able to chant. But, my dear friends, after I quit the job, I was chanting all the time while cooking, while sweeping, while mopping, while folding clothes, while drying clothes. Yes, I have no help. I used to, my mentor told me that your husband is not so happy that you are not doing things on time. And I said, yeah, but I'm a little slow. What can I do? Things don't happen on time for me. So she said, then why don't you keep a maid? Use help for cleaning the floor and folding clothes, and then everything will be on time. You just have to cook and serve. I kept a maid, but I realized she was not doing a clean job. After 5 6 years, still then I needed that help. Then I threw her out, and a big house of 1740 square feet, I mop not with a stick, with my hands, and with the microfiber cloth bath towels that come with microfiber cloth. I mop, and the house is spotlessly clean. And all things, we keep it in its place. Yes, it takes some time, but we keep it in its place. That makes us feel so happy. So, when you have a clean home, your conscious also gets cleaner. If we don't keep the house clean, then it impacts on our conscious also to some extent. We feel lethargic, we feel disturbed. And I have that experience because sometimes I'm not able to clean. Like when we shifted things, then till I put things back, I was not able to mop the house. No point keeping things on the floor and mopping. No, put things back. So today, all the things went back, and today I mopped after 3 days or after 4 days, and I am feeling really good. So when we do all these tasks, we should involve our children. And while we do this, I keep chanting. So what has happened is now automatically, most of the times, I catch myself, my Maha Mantra goes on in my mind. When I'm chewing sometimes food, I may be chanting in my mind. When I'm walking outside, I'm chanting in my mind. So, my dear friends, when you try to make Maha Mantra become a part of you, it's not yet become a part of me, but at sometimes it has become an automatic thing, and sometimes it's a conscious thing for me. Sometimes I'm hearing lectures while washing vessels, while folding clothes. Sometimes I'm preparing for the lectures. That time I'm not chanting. In that time, mind does not chant automatically. It'll be preparing. But when the mind is free, sometimes it chants. Suppose if you can come up to that standard, then you will be totally tension free, because where there is Rama, my father used to say, there is no karma, means no stress. When there is lust, there is stress. When there is no lust, there is no stress. So when there is Rama, there is no karma, and that is right, because where there is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When there is Hare Krishna mantra in our heart, we can chant like this also. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. loud, but probably it's not from the heart. When you chant, you should think that it's a holy name, is the flower I try to generate on my tongue as an offering to holy name Prabhu, Harinam Prabhu. Holy name is Harinam Prabhu. To Harinam Prabhu, my effort to chant is itself an offering. In that mood, when you chant, you're making a relationship with Krishna. Why make a relationship, Krishna? Oh, my dear friends, because Krishna keeps note of every single thing you give to him. You're giving your time to Krishna in the form of chanting, and that's the biggest gift for him. He says for Kali Yuga, Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Harir Namaiva Kevalam, Kalav Nasteva, 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 Gatiranyata. When he's told very clearly that holy name is the only thing that is needed, and if you are chanting and if you're with the chanting by paying attention and giving holy name as an offering to the holy name, then Krishna becomes so ecstatic and so grateful to you. So when Krishna is grateful, where is stress in the heart? There is no stress, my dear friends. When there is no stress in your heart, you will naturally be able to smile from your heart. And when you are able to smile, everybody admires you, not just your children. You don't need a nice face to attract people. You need a nice smile coming from the heart to attract everyone in the world. Everyone gets simply attracted if you are able to smile from the heart, because smile is what is missing and stress is what is abundant everywhere. And if that smile, if you have become the owner of that smile, then my dear friends, then everybody is just admiring you. You don't need a makeup. You don't need a haircut. You don't need a fashionable clothing. All you need is Harinam in your heart, always reverberating, always chanting, and your mind's company with the Harinam. You should be with the Harinam. And if you are with the Harinam, everybody will admire you. My husband is not a Krishna conscious practitioner, but he also likes to come and just sit next to me when I'm chanting. He knows I won't reply to him when I chant. And then also he will come and sit next to me and then try to talk to me. And then at the end of the round, I reply to him because I feel I should not talk in between the round. And if I talk in between the round, I cancel the round and I restart the round. I don't take it as my one of the 16 rounds. So this much I follow just to ensure that there is good quality to whatever extent. So my dear friends, so when we make Krishna as your, so why make Krishna your friend? Because Krishna takes note. Didn't he take note of Kubja's little offering? And didn't he make her very beautiful? Didn't he take note of Sudama's goodness, Sudama's friendship? And didn't he give so much to Sudama? Didn't he take note of Bali's selfless sacrifice and Bali's vow to stick to his word in spite of knowing it's Krishna who has come and he's going to take away everything from him? Then his guru warned him, he's going to take away everything. Break your promise. Don't give. He's a Krishna, he's a cheat. He will take away everything. He said, if Krishna is taking in his mind, let him take. Let him take my life. How does it matter? I am here to live for Krishna. So he allowed Krishna to take. And what did Krishna do when he came as Vamanadev? He gave entire Sutalaloka. And there it did not end. He became a god for Sutalaloka so that nobody will come to attack Sutalaloka. If anybody dared to do, he would kick them to throw so far away from Sutala planet. He was protecting, he's still protecting Bali Maharaj as Vamanadev in Sutala planet. So Krishna never forgets our little sacrifices. And so, but for them he gave, but for me, what does he give if I chant? Well, did you really chant? When you chanted, did you really hear? When you chanted, did you really hear to please Krishna? If you did, then Krishna gave you immediate happiness. So that's proved. So you give something and Krishna gives back. And for one Mahamantra, he gives so much happiness, much more than one effort to chant one Mahamantra. If you're attentively chanting, you will become happy. And by chanting, if you become happy, your children also will want to chant. And my daughter demanded a Japamala. I never gave her one because I didn't want my husband to feel that I'm forcing her to Krishna consciousness because he's not practicing. So I was only praying she should become Krishna conscious, but I was not asking her to chant. But by the age of 3, she demanded, "You are chanting. I also want mala. Or else give me your mala. I will chant." I said, "No, no, no, no. I'll give you a mala." I bought her a mala, a bag, and then she's seeing me chant. She's also chanting. If I get up early, she'll question, "Why you didn't wake me up? I do want to wake up. I do want to chant like you," because she thought all the happiness lied in my bag. She used to say that all the happiness lied in your. I was thinking like that because when you're chanting, I see you smiling and chanting. Yeah, because when I think my Krishna is in front of me and I had to pay attention, so I would think he's in front of me and then chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. She would see that happiness. She was always feeling. She said that when I used to walk, I used to hold her hand, but in my mind, I was when I used to take her for satsang, I used to hold her hand, and I used to take her when she was a small girl, and in my mind I would be chanting because I would feel, see, my husband is not interested and I can't force him to come. I am all alone. So Krishna, you be with me. So I will chant and you be with me because as holy name you are with me. So I am calling out your name. So I chant in my mind, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, you and me. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We are walking together. Krishna, you are walking next to me. People can't see, but I can see in the form of sound you are there with me. And in my hand, Bhakti was there. My daughter's name is Bhakti. And she became Bhakti Mai Radhika Devi Dasi after that. In my hand, I would hold Bhakti, but in my tongue and heart, I would be chanting Harinam because I was missing my husband. So I filled that space with Harinam. And I felt that, so what if my husband is not coming? My Krishna is coming with me. After all, he is my husband. I didn't know at that time that I should not see him as a husband. I should see him as master, I as servant. I didn't know at that time. Then when I started, after hearing so many lectures once, His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj came and I spoke my question as if I'm in connection with Krishna. And then he said, "Who are you? You're nothing. You're a servant of Krishna." Okay, I didn't know that. And then I said, okay. Then onwards, I started identifying myself as servant and Krishna as master. And I thought, he said, when you're all babies now, when you grow big, then you will know when you have to enter Madhurya. Now is the time of Dasi Bhakt. Now you're just a servant. So then it was a heartbreak for me for 3 days. Oh, Krishna is not my husband. I'm only a servant. But later I realized he is such a sweet master that no best husband can match in front of the Master Krishna. Master Krishna is so loving that he gives us so much happiness every single day. And even in the tests and trials and reversals, I only saw that was Krishna's love. He wanted me to run to him. That's why he did this happen. He let it happen. I saw like that. And I would say, Krishna, what do you want to learn in this situation? How I can improve in this situation so that I don't feel hurt? Because I strongly believe, lastly, my dear friends, that if there is a cut in your hand, um, and if you put salt, salt is not responsible for your burn. It is the cut in your hand. So if somebody like salt is harming us, they are harming because we have a weak area called cut in our consciousness. We have to repair that. And repairing happens when we make connection with Krishna and beg him. Connection means simply hear holy name. Connection will happen. And while hearing, you say, Krishna, engage me in your service. In that mood, you chant, Krishna, engage me in your service. Or you say this holy name is an offering. Or you keep doing namaskar, saying, Krishna, this is my offering. So when you do that, Krishna reciprocates. so much that at your difficult times, at your failures, Krishna guides to say how you can improve. I'm ending. How you can improve. Good qualities, one correction. Five good qualities, one suggestion. Okay. My daughter is reminding me that I had told her that I'm going to tell this point, and I totally forgot. She said that when we are giving, if at all, when children follow us, fine. When they don't follow us, when they commit mistakes, so what we have to be doing is that every time we should be seeing the good in the children and we should be appreciating them. And when we appreciate them, there should be 10 appreciation, then give them one correction. 10 appreciation from the heart, then we have the right to give one correction. Yeah. But if you're giving only 5 appreciation, you can give one suggestion saying, do you think you can do it this way? Do you think that's going to help you? Then they will take our session. This is, of course, this is the second topic. Next class we are going to discuss, because we only covered how to make a connection with Krishna and how to be happy. Then when it comes to counseling, now how to counsel our children, we will see in the next class. How to, as working couple, I told you now, as a working person, how I practice Krishna consciousness. How after school hours I would go in the evenings for my Bhakti Shastri, taking my daughter and giving her that exposure. And if she's sleeping, she's sleeping. If she's not sleeping, she's with me all the time until now. All the time, wherever I go for spiritual talks, to listen or to give, she is with me. That's how it used to be. And now she's married, and now my son-in-law also comes with me to any satsang where I go. And we read Srimad Bhagavatam together. You want to say something now? Yes, just a few minutes. She will talk, and then yeah. So I was winding up just 2 sentences. So make your connection with Krishna strong. Why should we connect with Krishna? Because Krishna is the one who is going to help us in our office hours, in our material responsibilities, and in our spiritual responsibilities. So we should include Krishna in our life all the time if we want to be happy all the time. And if we keep Krishna consciousness separate from our material life, then when we are doing our material life, we can never be happy. We can never be stress free. Pleasure can be there, but stress will also be there. And you can never be out of stress if you're not with Krishna. So Krishna has to get integrated in our heart. And he should be a part of our life so much that you cannot be able to imagine life without Krishna. So, if you are like that, then you will be so happy, and Krishna will be guiding you at every step, even in upbringing a child, even in upbringing a distracted child. I have got experience of how it feels to be a mother of a son when I got a son-in-law. I When my daughter was 18, she wanted me to look for a boy, and since I found a boy immediately, and he took 2 years, 2 3 years to marry, and till that time, from that time, I know him, and he was also just, she was 18, he was 21, 3/4. He was an IIT boy who was well trained in Krishna consciousness, well trained theoretically, but when it comes to practice, he was not practicing from his childhood, neither did he have that kind of parents. So some things I had to teach him, some things I had to train him in Krishna consciousness. So how it feels to upbring a son, yes, Krishna taught me that too. How it feels when he has his difficulties. He helps me with my difficulties with respect to how to give a class, because he's well trained with respect to which books to read and which lectures to hear. He guides me, and how to live it in our life, I guide him. And when I guide him, how I guide him, based on all these experiences, I will share these tips in the next class. But before guidance, what comes first is me first, my uddhar first, my progress first. So my chanting comes first, my chanting quality comes first, my connection with Krishna comes first, my happiness comes automatically if we connect with Krishna. So let's do that for now, for 1 week, and when we are ready, then we are ready to give corrections. So that is part 2. If anything I had to add, I already have exceeded 15 minutes. But let's see. You have anything in short to say, Bhakti? Yes, she will tell in 2 minutes. Please pardon her for 2 more minutes, and then we are open to question answers if you have any questions. Yeah, sit here.
Hare Krishna, everybody. My respectful obeisances to all of you, senior Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. I will just do my part of sharing whatever I have experienced with her training for me. I have still a lot to improve and I am having a lot of faults in me. So please forgive me if I say anything wrong. Whatever I have learned, I want to share that is, I have seen that she is very, since she's only seeing the good in us and she gives only one correction after appreciating us 10 times. So her relationship with us, her kids, is very good. And so, even if we are very in a very sad mood or in an irritated mood, frustrated mood, or if we are on the phone, then how she brings us out of that is by reading Srimad Bhagavatam. She holds the Srimad Bhagavatam book and she starts reading it for us. And as she reads with Srila Prabhupada purports and the shlokas, very devotionally, sincerely she reads, within a few minutes, we become all right and we start smiling helplessly. So that is one way to help children who are feeling irritated or frustrated. And one more thing is, just recently she came up with a solution for me because I spend all my day in cooking and cleaning and I don't save enough time. But my mother was the exact opposite of me. She would finish all her duties nicely and quickly and save several hours for her studies of Bhagavatam, to see some Krishna conscious recipes, and to do little preaching and little counseling. So I used to admire her for saving so much time and reading Bhagavatam. And now I'm trying to reach to that level. And so she told me, now onwards, I should do one correction in my attitude. She told me that I've seen you sometimes wasting time in YouTube prompts that come. So you just cut that watch history and also ensure that YouTube will not give any suggestions based on what you like to watch. And you also don't use the phone for watching anything. Just before you do anything which is sense gratificatory, just ask yourself, now, this thought is coming that I want to watch a recipe. But is that what Guru and Krishna wants? Then I will think, no, I have not completed my japa only. So just give it up and do 16 rounds. And have I completed my Srimad Bhagavatam reading? No. Then give up that thought and just do Srimad Bhagavatam reading. And the happiness I got was immense. And like that, she told me, just uninstall your whatever apps are there in your phone which are attracting you. Just uninstall. So I uninstalled Instagram. I removed the YouTube prompts. So I'm not using my phone at all. I'm only putting my Guru Maharaj lectures or Srila Prabhupada lectures and hearing them when I wash the vessels. And at other times I'm checking my thought. If this is what pleases Guru and Krishna, then I do it. Sometimes I had a habit of cooking many things in a complicated way. But is that what Guru and Krishna wants? No, my Guru Maharaj recently was telling, please complete your duties quickly and save several hours for studying Bhagavatam, for preaching, and for other services. He was just begging all of us very kindly. So I also thought that if this is what Guru Maharaj wants, then how can I do my cooking in a way it pleases Krishna in the shortest time? And then Krishna gives ideas and it happens. And then the last thing is, I want to say that my mother was the most happy person. Yes, she was the most happy and she was the most honest, most sincere. She never hid anything with me. Even her private life things, everything she would discuss with me, even when I was a child. So I felt she is very attractive. I didn't want the gossip of my teenage friends who discuss something or some adult related things, whatever they discuss. I didn't want anything because my mother told me everything. She never hid anything. So she was my friend, and I would feel she is the most matured and she is making me her friend. I am so tiny, but she shares with me everything. So I felt she is so honest So if she found me hiding something, I would feel that I am cheating. And so I would also be honest with her. And therefore, till today, I have an honest and happy relationship with my mother. So I didn't need any friends or any friends with whom I can gossip. My mother was everything for me, and that kept me, that protected me actually. And if I was smiling secretly or something, then she would catch me and she would say, I'm doing something wrong. Otherwise, tell me what you're smiling about. And if I cannot say, then she knew that I'm having something wrong, some wrong thoughts in my mind. So she would catch me, make me tell it, and then she would say, no, this is not good for you. So she trained me for chastity, she trained me for everything. And she was doing a lot of preaching, and preaching gives purification. And I saw, because she's doing a lot of preaching, first I got corrected. I would secretly hear, what is she preaching? She's so happy she's preaching. I would go and hear, and everything would help me actually. There were solutions for my problems. And she was not just learning or hearing the classes, but she was applying it in her life. She would think how she can follow, and she would tell me, I have all these problems, how I can improve. And she would come with solutions, or she would talk to the deities, to Radha, Madan Mohan, or Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. She would tell, these are my problems, I did this mistake, I'm very sorry, please help me, Krishna, please guide me. So she would share her problems with the Lord, which she cannot share with others. She would share with the Lord, and the Lord would help her, and she would not repeat her mistakes. So I also followed that, and I became happy. And yes, she was also very attached to chanting the holy names. If she was crying and washing the vessels, she would sing Hare Krishna, like that she would sing, and within 20 minutes, she would come out of her pain and she would be laughing and happy. So I would just come from playing and I would see, oh, she's crying. And I would be very sad. And then she started laughing. After singing kirtans for 20 minutes, she would be very happy. So I felt that, okay, this process works. I also have to do this. So, and for my any problem, she would take Bhagavad Gita and show the verse and the purport and give me the answer. So her attachment to Harinam, her honesty with me, her friendship with me, her expressing her personal problems with me, and solutions from Bhagavatam gave me full conviction that this process works. And when I was fully tensed and I had spoiled my body and I had health issues, she told me that you are not chanting the holy names properly. Come on, just give up all your thoughts and just pray, Hey Mother Radharani, Hey Krishna, will you please engage me in your loving devotional service? Like this, she made me chant 20 times in English, and then she told, in this mood, please chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And all my stress went away. All my health issues went away in just 20 minutes. And whenever I had high tension, I followed this, and all the high tension would go away, and the health issues related to high tension also would go away. So, thank you very much. Please bless me that I will be able to save time and do more Srimad Bhagavatam study. I'm not doing anything properly, so I need your blessings. My pranams to all of you, senior